Okay, I've had an intermittent shutdown of the engine with the 2003 Nissan Frontier that I have. I understand this distributor itself is common in a lot of different vehicles, so if you have anything similar to this, it might be worth looking into. The engine would run fine sitting in the driveway, run for 20-30 minutes, no problem, and it would never cut out. I'd get out on the street, drive just anywhere, just a little bit. It shut down on me 4 times in a 2-mile area. So this thing was doing it quite a bit. I finally got to sitting in the driveway and tapping on the side of the distributor, and I finally got it to shut off. So, knowing that there was something in here, I removed the screws and stuff to make all this go smoother without having to show you how to do that. But anyway, you pull the cap off, and obviously this will be what you'll see inside. This rotor, it has a screw in the back of it that screws to the shaft as well, but I took that off. And then underneath here, you've got these 2 little screws that hold this cover on. This comes off. Now, you'll notice, or I noticed, right on the side of that wire, there's a tiny, tiny burn spot. And also inside this lid, where that wire corresponds, you get that? There's a tiny, tiny burn spot right there. So this thing was intermittently shorting out as it was running and killing it. Now, I thought by just throwing some tape on this, I was going to be okay to make it run, but I guess it's been going on long enough that it's killed the coil as well. While I probably could have just replaced just the coil, I got this whole setup on Amazon, the entire distributor with coil, control unit, cap and rotor and everything, all for $70, so you can't complain about that. The one thing that I will mention, if you get to buy the new distributor and get it in, if you get to mess around with this thing, don't forget this little guy right here. He goes right inside here, goes down over that pin. So you want to make sure that you don't, when you're messing with it, you take that out and keep it in a safe place. But really this distributor, it just goes down in. Of course, your rotor is going to tell you where you're at, and you want to make sure. For me, I put it on top dead center first before I started. Had it lined up, and I put a mark on the side, right exactly where this was lined up on the side of this before I pulled it. And then when I put the new one in, I lined it up so that it looked exactly like this when I was finished. I put the timing mark right in the washer around the bolt hole, right where that is right there. Runs fine, didn't even have to time it. There are 2 bolts that sit on the area behind this. Originally, I thought I was going to have to pull those 2 bolts out to get the distributor out because it wasn't wanting to come. But never mind about those 2 bolts behind it. This is all you need to take out is just this 1 bolt right here. Pull straight up on it. It'll twist a little bit because of the helical gears, but it'll come straight out. Get your new one. Drop it in until you get the timing mark. The rotor set in the exact same place where the other one was. And then you should be good to go. I've been running fine now after that.